if I may, my perspective on free meals is actually it's a sham, because it's a way to get you to stay longer in the office versus actually go out and enjoy yourself. I actually, when I interview people, I actually sell them on the fact that we don't have free meals because it gets you out of the office. Get out of the office for an hour, take some time. I think free meals are actually a sham if you actually think about the value that you're getting back for the meal.
Oh, no doubt about it. They're definitely getting more value because people definitely work harder and don't take that full hour off. I agree with that. So you're fighting against, I guess, like the Googles and the Apples and the Facebooks who can offer these glorious perks. So what do you do when you're challenged against that?
So when you're a small company like us, our value is that you get to work on something really important and you get to own it. So you actually get to create something. It's your feature, your product. You create the strategy for it. I think it's all about actual participation and the ability to be creative.
Let me shift the conversation to diversity. There's no doubt about it, there's a lot of guys here at this conference, and it's not a diverse crowd, if you will. Are you guys aggressively trying to build a diverse staff? I mean, where do you think your diversity at Lakeside is currently?
It's obviously not where we'd like it to be. We're based out of Michigan. Our R&D centers in Ann Arbor, our corporate headquarters is in Bloomfield Hills, and a lot of our hiring pool comes out of Michigan. University of Michigan, Michigan State, and a lot of it depends on how many people graduate with computer science degrees from those universities, because that's our applicant pool. Right, we don't really get to steal from other companies because there's very few tech companies, where we are that we would otherwise steal people from. So, and a lot of times even the students who graduate with those degrees leave the state. So we're in a very competitive pool, and so we're very sensitive to that. But we're very aggressively hiring, a very diverse group of applicants. We never really, unfortunately, and I know it sounds like an excuse, but we're really dependent upon the graduation pool. So I'm a father of 2 daughters. And I try to really get my daughters into engineering and to solving hard problems. I'm trying to make that about fun. My daughters have a lot more puzzles than they do dolls, you know what I mean? Like, I think that we all kind of have to make that difference individually. And I think some of the bigger players are trying to move the needle as well. None of us are doing as good of a job as we should. That's the real answer.
No, I got to agree with that. I think everyone's saying, we're not as diverse as we would like to be. But let me ask, what's the true value of it? I mean, it's kind of a nice to have, but is there a true value to your business to be diverse?
Absolutely. No, I'll tell you what, I don't believe in this notion that somebody comes out of school with an engineering degree and their entire value is the engineering degree. You're hiring the person. You're not hiring the skill set. And I think what diversity brings to the table is new opinions, new backgrounds, new ideas. The last thing you want is a homogenous group of people, who all have the same groupthink. You know what I mean? You want to be challenged, especially when you're in a competitive industry. You need somebody to push you to innovate, and that innovation comes from all sorts of backgrounds. It could be, because when you grew up, you did different things than what I did when I grew up. And so I think diversity is important because of the fact that we are a lot more than what we know.